Welcome to Power Word Crit. My name is Ashlyn, and for the first time on this podcast, I'm in the hot seat. Woo! And I thought this year's heat wave was scalding.
It is.
It's so hot today.
Jokes aside, I'm really excited to be here with my friends who will hopefully put up with the craziness that I'm about to lay down. So if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Corin. I don't know who I'm playing yet.
I'm Neil. I also don't know who I am yet.
I'm Ander, and I got doubly confused because we always go the other way around.
But Ashley looked at me, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm going.
I gestured to all of you at once. So
We are very good at following instructions.
Yeah, Corin's just quicker on the ball today than I am.
So the reason you all don't know who you're playing yet is because today's game, we're going to be actually borrowing Grant Howitt's Honey Heist RPG as our basis, but we're going to give it a different flavor. Instead of bears scheming to steal honey, you all are interns at an organization that specializes in superheroes and superpowers. While your intern may not have been born innately with a power, the organization has begun to develop different gadgets and tools that can mimic some of the more common superpowers for ordinary folk like yourselves. But it will fall to the interns to test these out in the field. So let's find out what kind of interns we'll be playing today. We have some tables that will help us with our character creation. So if everyone can roll a d6, I will let you know what your role on the team is.
I have a 5.
You are the comic relief.
Oh, no.
I rolled a 3.
You are the tech savant.
I also rolled a 3, so I'm going to roll again. I rolled a 1.
You are the team leader.
Oh, no. This is not going to end well.
Well, that worked out nicely.
Next, I need you to roll the d6 again. This time we're going to find out what your power type or skill will be.
Ooh. I'm going to go first. I've got a 2.
Ander, your character is going to have a pair of goggles that will give them laser eyes.
Sweet.
I rolled a 1.
Neil, your character is going to have a trench coat that will help them to fly.
And I rolled a 6.
Corin, your character is going to get a wand that helps them to do magic. How appropriate for the team leader.
I'm very sorry. Is our boss a magical girl?
He, she, they is now.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question. Do I have to wear this trench coat in the middle of this summer heat that we're having?
Ooh, yes. Absolutely necessary.
Great!
Maybe it comes with those built-in air conditioners that also make the cloak look like it's defying gravity. You know, like Seto Kaiba's cloak.
Oh, yeah, the hair dryer between the leg thing where it makes it look like it's... Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. We can flavor that when we get to it. All right, roll a d6 one last time. They're rolling now for their descriptor.
I rolled a 5.
I'm so glad you rolled this one. Corin just rolled the, we don't know how they got here, but they won't leave intern.
Wait, the team leader is a seniority pick?
Yep. Funny how that works out. If you're just persistent enough, sometimes
Really,
you just make it up.
her character just wandered in off the street one day and was like, well, I'm here now, never leaving. And they're like, I guess we can give you this role as a team lead? I don't know.
All right, well.
I love that.
I've got a 1.
You are the glorified assistant or the coffee runner.
All right.
And I've got a 3.
You are the bare minimum intern. You do just enough to look like you're productive.
Oh, yeah.
For the ones that we did not get picked, just so that our listeners are aware, they could have also, for the role, they could have rolled for combat expert or tactician, reconnaissance, or the glue, person who holds the team together. The types of power that they did not roll for were super strength, which is represented by a sweatband, a ring that grants telekinesis, and then shoes to give you super speed. And then the other 3 types of intern descriptors, there was the intelligent intern, the desperate to turn this into a full-time job intern, and then the intern supervisor. I am so excited. So now that you guys know what your role, power, and kind of a flavor of intern that you'll be playing, do you have ideas?
I've got a name.
Yes, great.
Hello, I am Harold Myers.
Hi, Harold.
He's fresh out of college, trying to intern to maybe be a super, or it hopes for upper management, realistically aiming for middle management. Still has a overly pimply face because he still didn't figure out how to get rid of the teenage acne?
Does he have like really thick glasses and like tape in between?
How did you know?
And a pocket protector?
No, he left a pocket protector at home. They said it would get lost while he was working.
I've got a name for my intern. I also had Myron in his last name, so I was like, maybe this is Harold's older brother or something like that. Cody Meyer is chill, and he's like, don't worry about it, man. It's like, you don't have to work so hard. You're just getting so uptight. I'm still an intern here, but been doing just enough to get by, and you don't really need to like work so hard.
I think Harold hates him because of how hard he worked in college, and this guy just manages to skate in as an intern, barely. I've earned this position.
I'm getting Jim and Dwight from The Office, but you're
Oh
related.
no. I hadn't considered that.
I honestly haven't seen a lot of The Office because it's not quite my stick.
Same.
Any relations to sitcoms, either here or past, are not intended in the slightest.
But yeah, I'll try and channel that I don't have context for.
That's okay.
Well, since we have a bunch of Myers,
Oh, are you going to make
Yeah.
yourself related now?
kind of.
Are you going to
So
make yourself Oscar?
That would be really funny, but
Oscar.
Oh, we may have to do some rewriting here.
Please,
Oh,
please.
no.
Oscar is our grandfather.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it would be very, very appropriate for the story if you do have someone in your family named Oscar. I'm just going to throw that hint out there for you.
I am we don't know how they got here, but they won't leave intern. I literally just showed up one day, had no ID, no credentials, no nothing, and just wandered in and like somehow got a team lead position at some point.
You were just so effective at not doing your job that they just had to promote you.
Yeah. My legal name, with inspiration from those really terrible Wattpad stories, is Stella Luna Tatiana Celeste Moon Goddess Smith. But you can call me Myra.
Okay.
Myra, you're going to be in charge of the Myers.
Myra and the Myers. Okay, I got this. I can do this.
So what if Cody's not Harold's brother, but he's like, oh, hey, you're a Meyer. Like, we're going to be buds. It's going to be great.
Myers is my last name, not Meyer.
Yeah, I mean, if the two of us together, we got Myers.
Hi,
here.
are you guys the Meyer brothers?
Yeah, so good to meet you.
We're not brothers.
Hi, my name is Stella Luna Tatiana Celeste Moon Goddess Smith, but you can call me Myra. We're like the Myers team.
Yeah. This is my team.
How did I go from comic relief to straight man?
That is the comic relief.
All right, let's roll.
Let's do this.
Okay, before we get into the story, I kind of want to explain the rules a bit.
What?
Our listeners, especially if they're not as familiar with Honey Heist.
Well, clearly, we're all very familiar with Honey Heist, right? Guys,
I've only played once.
I've run it 3 or 4 times.
we can go over a review of the rules.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I don't care what Corin says. This is my game. We're doing it my way.
This is true.
Okay.
You've given up that seat and that privilege. It's Ashland's now.
Okay, so in order to play, I'm calling this Super Interns, you're going to have 2 stats. Both stats are going to start off with 3 points. One stat is Super. This is what you use to act heroically, stop a villain's plot, save a civilian, or flirt with danger. And then the other stat is Intern, and this is basically to do anything else that's not directly related to super heroics. Now, when you act and you roll a d6, you want to roll a number that is either at or below whatever the number is for that relevant stat. And if you succeed, then you are able to successfully move towards that stat. If you fail, then you have to move the other way. If you're using your power type or skill, like your trench coat of flight, your goggles of laser eyes, or your wand of magic, then you get to actually roll with advantage. Doesn't necessarily have to be your superpowers. If you're also trying to do something that is related to your role on the team or how your intern descriptor is, you could also potentially roll with advantage to give yourself a better chance at succeeding. Now, when you are acting out whatever your plan is, if it fails and you run into some difficulty, then you're going to move a point from super into intern. But if you're successful, then you are going to move 1 point from intern into super. Now, you want to be careful to not get too close to either extreme. because if you ever reach a 6 on the intern stat, you lose your mind, caught up in all the horrible ways you could die, and even therapy may not bring you peace in your lifetime. And then if you reach a 6 on the super stat, you become a megalomaniac and the new villain for the Institute to have to deal with. So if you ever feel like you're getting too close to one stat or the other, there are a couple of things you can do. You can voluntarily move from intern to super by doing a flashback. And in this flashback, you and the other interns are performing some sort of team building exercise to reinforce that trust and do-goodness that is part of all superheroes. And then if you need to move from super into intern, then you just need to reveal a secret or weakness about your character to the others. So that is the rules in general. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We interrupt this broadcast of Kittens Gone Rogue for breaking news. Reports confirm that the dangerous supervillain Dr. Getty has been terrorizing the citizens of Agropolis City, turning inanimate objects into edible confectionaries. We now go live with our reporter on the scene. Tell us, Stacy, what's happening out there? Well, Nate, I'm near the downtown area where things have been downright chaotic. Dozens of people have been forced to evacuate after Dr. Getty used his latest invention to turn their houses into edible substances like pumpkin spice bread, lemon blueberry muffins, and in one family's case, chocolate. And they barely made it out unscathed as their house immediately began to melt thanks to the hot August sun we've been experiencing all week. We've also received reports of business establishments and public areas that have also been hit, including the Gallery Mall, where patrons were reluctantly escorted off the premises after the movie theater was transmogrified into buttered popcorn. Local law enforcement has advised citizens to stay in their homes where reasonable, or to seek shelter at their nearest doomsday bunkers located all throughout the city. But what has people most worried is that there's been no sign of the city's superheroes, nor have we received any word from SPI headquarters as to what... The audio from the TV screen cuts off. The reporter is still talking, but you notice the mute notification that has appeared on the screen in the bottom corner. Your attention turns to the woman seated at the fancy office desk in front of you, the remote in her hand still pointed towards the TV. This woman is Colonel Hughes, director of the Superpower Institute, also known as SPI, which is where you have spent the last 6 weeks for your summer internship. You've seen her before, usually in company videos explaining the importance of safety and regulation, and from her earlier days as a superhero. However, this is the first time you've seen her look anything but her cool and confident self. She takes a moment to compose herself, setting the remote down and steepling her fingers as she eyes each of you, appraising how much worse things could possibly get. Finally, she lets out a breath. I'll be blunt, interns. SPI is in a predicament heretofore unknown. Our best superheroes are still battling in the alternate dimension, and our technology has not advanced enough to communicate with them. Our next best are on the other side of the country hosting the super seminar, and apparently... She pauses, and you all watch as her eyes begin to blink rapidly. You recognize this to be the Colonel's superpower, known as Present Sight, which allows her to see any location or person in present time. When her eyes refocus on you, she continues. And apparently they've decided to treat the seminar like a company-paid vacation. Not a super one among them, even if I had the ability to teleport them here. Our mediocre heroes refuse to do anything until the salary and compensation negotiations have been finalized, and that's being held up by our delightful bureaucracy, which insists on evaluating every health plan there is, so that the elected representatives can pretend to save their constituents a few dollars. And even our lowest-ranked superheroes are unavailable due to a department-wide food poisoning incident, so they're out of commission for at least another day. She grimaces as she says this, and you get the notion that she's seen more than she'd like to admit on that matter. It's up to you three to stop Dr. Getty, apprehend his contraption, and pray there's a reverse button on it. She pulls open a desk drawer and removes 3 objects. These are prototypes. On loan, but each tool will grant its user a specific superhero ability. I have been assured by the R&D department that they are safe for use, but I strongly advise to use them as intended, for your own safety. She pulls out a trench coat. This will grant its user the ability to fly. And she holds out a pair of goggles. This will grant the user the ability to have laser vision. And then she pulls out the wand. I trust whoever has this will not misuse it we don't know what the ramifications of magic would have on the populace. She pauses a moment, and you see her eyes blink again as her present sight power activates. Dr. Getty is currently downtown. He's near the big chain bookstore and the Frankfurt buffet. Any questions before you head out, interns?
Are we getting overtime pay for this?
What are you talking about? You're not getting paid at all.
Just checking.
Oh, wait, am I not supposed to be getting a paycheck?
Wait, Cody slides over and is like, hey, give me the digs. Like, how'd you manage to snake this?
I don't know. I don't even have a badge. It just showed up in my bank account one day. Came from SPI.
You see Colonel Q's massage her forehead. She cannot deal with this today. There's too much happening, and she is going to take whatever help she can get. Look, if you can succeed in this, maybe I can work something out for you all to get some sort of compensation. That's only fair if you're going to be risking your lives to save the citizens of Agropolis City.
Maybe a parking pass for the parking garage?
Yeah, I can throw that in for you.
Wait, you don't have that either?
No, they didn't give me one.
I have one of the first rows.
What?
Are you the one who's been parking in my parking space?
No, my parking space is number 11. Yours is number 12.
I do want to ask, above game, Colonel Q's, is her first name Jackie?
Her name is Barbara, but she goes by Barb, and her middle initial is E.
Nicely
I thought
done.
it was supposed to be like Q-U-E-U-E.
See, I was aiming for a Jacques Hughes joke, but I like barbecue better.
Ma'am, yes ma'am, we will absolutely do this for the city, for our paychecks, and for our internships. You can count on Team Myers, Meyer, and Myra to get the job done.
That's a mouthful. Good luck, super interns.
I grab all the stuff.
Cody has merely been scrolling on his phone at the time and just like holds out his hand for whatever you're going to hand over.
I hand you the goggles.
Sure, cool, whatever.
I'll hold out my hand.
It's really hot, so you get the trench coat.
Thanks.
And I guess I have this weird stick thing. Okay, do you guys have your outfits ready?
You have outfits?
Do you guys not get outfits?
No, they gave me a badge and said go get the coffee.
I don't even have a badge, and yet all the doors open to me. It's so weird.
Colonel Q's in the background is jotting down furiously on a notepad. Colonel Q's grabs your attention one more time and says, by any chance, would any of you happen to have your license to pilot personal aircraft?
Oh, sure, I got that. Like, at week 2.
There's a waiting list that's 6 months long. How did you get it?
I mean, it's really not that hard if you just talk to the right people. I mean, I figured out my efficiency workflow, like, about, a couple days in.
That
but
doesn't even mean anything.
He is a wizard when it comes to Excel formulas.
once you've got everything automated, then you don't have to do anything.
I made those Excel formulas.
No, Cody does. It has his name on it.
Flashback to Cody gets into Harold's computer and manages to copy over his spreadsheet and get all his formulas and we're gonna use this and just change the name on that.
All right. So you all know where the department for the personal aircraft is located. However, you get there and it looks like the department manager who's there says, "Sorry, I can't lend you an aircraft without a permit."
He's got one.
Cody hands it out. Doesn't even look up. He's still just scrolling.
And he looks at the permit. "Sir, this name says Candy Corn.
Yep. Candy Corn. Blinkmeyer. Yep. You can read it right there.
Can I see your employee badge so I can confirm that?"
I touch the touchpad and just magically opens. Do we need a permit? It opened without it.
You all know the safety regulations for flying an aircraft?
Absolutely. All 10,000 rules.
There's only like 500.
There will be 10,000 after this.
You really only need to look at the first 10. You're good.
It's true.
I'm not getting paid enough for this. Whatever.
Me neither.
If you can return it in one piece, I can keep my job and you can all keep your jobs. How about that?
Great. We've got duct tape.
You might need it because the one that is left needs a bit of duct tape loving right now. All the other ones have been taken by the interns that went to the super seminar.
Is this Junkie McDump Junk? The one that they nicknamed Junkie McDump Truck? Trump Truck?
The Death Cube?
The Death Cube?
Yeah, I guess.
Harold?
Yeah,
You know where all the good coffee spots are, right?
unfortunately.
Okay, so I'm going to team lead us here, okay? I don't normally do this, but I'm going to lead this team a little bit, okay? How about Cody pilots us to the nearest Buck Stars, and you can get us all of our favorite orders. And then we'll head on over to where Dr. Getty is. By the way, is he related to Getty Images at all? I don't understand.
His name is spelled G-E-T-I, if that's any consolation.
Nope. We all board the plane.
I would like for Cody to use his tech savant role to pilot the plane.
I'm going to need you to roll for this to make sure that you can fly the plane in one piece and not cause injury to yourselves.
Or anyone else. Is that super or intern?
It's going to be a super because you are on your way to try and save the day.
Okay, cool. As a review, this is a D6 system. We are generally rolling a single one for the tests, but because I am using my roll, I get to roll 2 and take the lower result because we want to roll under our number.
Yes. So you want to roll a 3 or lower.
Yes, currently my super is at 3. All of us start at 3, and our super and intern are tied. So it's like opposites. So a 6 in super is a 0 in intern. Good thing I've got that advantage because I definitely had a 6 in there, but I got a 2 as my lowest.
All right. So you do succeed at flying the Junker. As you are lifting off from the roof of SPI headquarters, you'd hear the cacophonous noises of mayhem in general coming from the city proper. As you are flying the aircraft, this thing cannot go above an altitude of 500 feet.
I thought you were going to say 5 feet and just imply that what we have was a car.
I like that better.
I like it too. So yeah, it hovers at like 5 feet. So you have to deal with the traffic.
Yep.
Oh no.
It's a hovercraft. It just has to hover 5 feet above the ground.
Well, that's good. That means by the time we get to Buckstar, our orders will be ready.
You arrive at the Buckstar and you see that the building has been turned into cotton candy.
It's not my favorite flavor.
And you hear people inside.
So are we supposed to do something about that? Or I thought we were going after...
Yes. Okay. I am going to team lead.
as you do.
I'm going to use my power to team lead, I guess. And I am going to direct Cody to fly on the very top. So like the cotton candy sticks to the plane. So like the cotton candy itself will just rip away from people. And since cotton candy weighs less than people, even if the whole building was cotton candy, the people should stay and not be dying of cotton candy suffocation, right?
Yeah, I'm down for this.
Okay, you're both going to roll for super because I need you to maneuver the aircraft to try and get it up to the building because this thing only hovers 5 feet above. So you're going to have to figure out a way to give it enough lift to get onto the top of the building and be able to suck in the cotton candy. And then for Maya, I'm going to have you roll super because you're trying to lead this heroic team here. You can roll with advantage.
I'm going to add to this. I'm going to direct Harold to fly out because he's got the trench coat.
Oh, yeah,
he has the power of flight. So I'm going to direct him to fly ahead and do the air traffic control maneuvers.
To help guide Cody.
Yes.
I was hoping y'all would forget that I could fly.
I'm actually surprised that you all forgot that you have laser vision.
I mean, I've got it too, but I like this thing. Cody doesn't take initiative. We already established this.
Yes.
It's true. Cody is going to roll for flying the hovercraft. Is this going to have any advantage things? Probably not. So this is a straight roll. Harold, you are going to be flying to help guide Cody. You are using your trench coat, so that gives you advantage.
Okay.
And then Maya, because you are acting as a team lead, you get to roll yours with advantage. All of this is for super, by the way.
Awesome.
So we want to meet or be less than, right?
Right.
So I got a 4.
So you succeeded because you were already at 4, so now you move up to 5 in super.
I got to do more intern things. Otherwise, I'm going to go crazy.
Become the next villain.
I failed.
All right. So you have turned one more into intern. You're getting a little scared. The sleeves get so caught up on the cotton candy, and the cotton candy has already been kind of melting under the hot August sun. It's kind of sticky, and the craftsmanship of this trench coat was not the best because R&D is more about technological gadgets rather than making serviceable clothes. So the sleeves rip off.
Oh no.
That actually helps a little bit.
So you lean more intern, right?
Yes, I'm more intern at the moment.
He now has a little bit more freedom of movement and a little bit of air on his arms, but he's not doing so well in trying to direct Cody on how to land the hovercraft onto the Buck Star. And then for Maya, what did she get?
Maya rolled a 3 and a 4, so I meet and beat.
Yes. So you succeed. You move up one up into super. And I'll say with these combined efforts, you've had more successes than failures. And so you are able to get enough of the cotton candy away from the entrance of the building that the customers and the service workers inside are able to swim their way out, acting like it's a marshland in there with how things are starting to get into a conglomerated mess. And
Harold directs them out, holding their coffee order in one hand.
Ooh, it looks like they finished our order before it got turned into cotton candy. Thank you, Harold.
It's the darndest thing. They only made you guys' drinks. They didn't actually make my drink.
Oh, no. Well, here's a bottle of water. You're sweating a lot. You should probably hydrate.
Thanks.
And with successfully saving these poor civilians, you continue on your way towards downtown.
With the cotton candy still hanging off the bottom of the
Yes.
thing. It's like, maybe I can hold on to this for later snacks.
So, does anybody know where Big Box Store and Frankenfurter, what the other place is?
Yeah, it's on Geometry Street.
Oh, is it by Trigonometry Lane?
Cody, take a left at the next building.
Will do.
Oh, look, we're getting all green lights. That's awesome.
You see the lights are actually flashing.
Is that supposed to happen? I don't actually drive or really come out of the building, so I don't really know.
I want to ask what you actually do, but I don't think I want the answer.
Wait, you said that you don't drive, but you use the parking spot.
What's in the parking spot?
My car.
That you don't drive?
Correct.
How did you get it there?
It was just there. It just showed up one day, and
Thought you were about to say it was a self-driving car.
it's a Tesla. It's a Tesla.
Tesla, yeah.
It's one of them big Teslas. You know, the ones that you can camp in? I camp in it. It's a camper vehicle. It's the model Excelsior.
Hang a ride at the McFarmers. Yep.
As you're cruising along, you are stopped as there is a blockade of cars. It seems like there was a 5-car pileup. You cannot get your hovercraft to go above it.
Are cars supposed to do that? I didn't think cars were supposed to do that. This is bad, right?
Yes, it's very bad. Could Harold jump out and try to find anyone who's stuck and get them out by using his skills as a coffee runner and jumping to each person as quickly as possible, take their order, quote unquote?
The people in the cars?
Yeah, because if somebody doesn't get a coffee order, Harold gets blamed.
Yes, I will allow this. You get to roll for super and with advantage.
I'm rolling for super, I'm rolling for intern.
Are you specifically focusing on getting their coffee orders, or are you trying to use the coffee orders as a tool to help you identify who needs to be rescued?
I guess I am trying to be heroic. Yes! Yes, I am!
Do it.
You get to roll with advantage because you're using your descriptor.
This is a terrible idea.
You succeed.
I did it! I had a 2. I could only roll a 1 or a 2, and by golly, I got a 2!
So you move towards super?
I do!
Hey!
Awesome. So you were able to rescue 2 people from their cars. The rest appear to already be abandoned. So you find these 2 people trapped in their cars. They seem to be panicking because they are trapped and they don't know what's happening. You just come up to them asking for their coffee orders, and that mundane ask shocks them back into reality, and they realize, oh, wait, I'm alive. And they give you your order. One asks for a caramel macchiato, and the other asks for coffee, black as my soul. But with that, you're also able to help them escape their vehicles.
But we still have vehicles in the way. I would like to point my wand through the glass of the vehicle.
Yep.
You know what? No, I'm gonna roll down. I feel like I feel like it's a manual roll down to roll down the side.
I mean, I never said the hovercraft had a roof.
This is true.
It has a manual roll down. This was like from the 90s.
Oh, perfect.
That's why it's junker. Who knows how it's still running?
I fully love the imagery now of there is no roof, but you took the wand, you poke at the window to try and go through, decide the window is inconvenient, and the wand goes through the window anyway. when you could have just pointed over it and stepped out of the roof.
Oh, you know what? I like that too. I'm going to do that instead. I'm going to point my wand and I'm going to try and magic the pile up away.
I need you to roll for super, and you can roll with advantage because you're using your power.
Okay. Absolutely did it. I am one step away from becoming an egalomaniac.
Yeah.
Megalomaniac.
Egalo my Lego. Legolo my ego.
Meanwhile, Harold returns with the coffees for the 2 hostages.
Hostages?
That's not the right word. Hang on.
Hold on. This game just turned around.
Victims. Victims.
Who's the megalomaniac?
It was Harold all along.
Oh, no.
Don't give me any ideas.
Maya, please describe how you are using this magic to make the pile up disappear.
So this wand that's halfway through the windshield, I'm going to feel the power of this magic wand that, if given into the wrong hands, could cause devastation and destruction. And I think, hey, that's cool. And then like this little bead of purple energy slowly floats up and down, touches the cars, and then there's this explosion and then implosion. It goes zoop, and then the cars are gone. It's like gravity just sucked them in.
Unbeknownst to our super interns here, in an alternate dimension where the best superheroes are in combat, they are befuddled when a pile of 6 cars just randomly appear in their battlefield.
Cool. All right, looks like our way is clear. Good job, Harold. Good job, Cody. This is my song.
He's gonna turn up the radio.
Carry on my wayward sons.
Can't do any more than that.
I get it.
So after disintegrating, supposedly, these cars, your way is clear. But as you are making your way along, you notice that there is this little old lady who is crying for help. Help me, please. My poor little dog, Georgiana, is stuck in that tree. And she's pointing towards a moving dog-shaped marshmallow fluff creature. Because of the marshmallow fluff, it is stuck to this tree branch. You hear it going, arf, 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 arf.
So wait, I need some clarification. The dog is a marshmallow fluff version of a dog.
Yes.
Okay.
The dog was maybe turned into marshmallow fluff.
This poor doggo.
I'm really hoping it's more she put a sweater on the dog and the sweater turned into inflated marshmallow fluff. But Harold, having the power of flight, don't worry, I'll get it. I'll help you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. And she's like holding onto your arm, and she's just like, oh, thank you. Can you save my poor Georgiana? She's
sure
a
I can.
bested show poodle, and I
need to-
need her for the next show, but I don't know what to do. She's marshmallow fluff.
Ma'am, let go.
Harold, when you fall, I will catch you, and I'm going to hold my arms out like a trust fall.
After being released from the woman, Harold will fly up to Georgiana and try and extricate the marshmallow doggo as gently as possible from the tree.
Roll for super with advantage, because since you're flying.
All right, this is fine. I'm fine. That's fine. I did it. That's a 1.
Awesome. You are feeling a little bit more heroic, and you are able to extricate Georgiana, the show poodle, from the tree with minimal marshmallow fluff on your hands.
Excellent.
You think that maybe her poodle might be a little bald if she ever gets turned back.
Well, we'll get there. Here is your dog, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Call this
my
business
Georgiana.
card for the SPI because they will come and help get your doggie back the way that she was before to her prized poodle state.
Oh, that spy place? Yes, I shall do that. Thank you so much.
It does spell spy. Whatever you do, don't bathe your dog until you call them.
I'm actually headed towards the nearest doomsday bunker right now. She's so light now that a wind picked up and blew her into that tree.
Well, hang tight to her leash there.
I'm going to grab the dog and stick it to her front.
Oh, no.
So that the dog...
Oh, I guess that's one way of doing it. Thank you.
It won't blow away anymore. It's stuck to you now.
Oh, thank you so much. You must be new superheroes, yes?
No, we're just interns.
Oh, okay.
Paid interns, though.
Well, working on it.
Good for you. I guess I'm going to go to the doomsday bunker now. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
She toddles away.
Further down the road to the big box store.
You all finally make it to the big chain bookstore and the Frankfurt buffet.
Oh, the
box store. It was a bookstore.
I heard big box store and I was like, that makes absolute sense.
There is that term too, but no, this is a bookstore.
Okay, so in this point, I want to interject. I am going to reveal a weakness because I heard big box store. And the big box store is one street over. So at first, we go one street over and we're wrong.
You've gone too far.
I am so sorry. My weakness is I don't know geography. I think you said Geometry Street, but we're on Geography Street. I am so sorry. I have failed my team. Will you forgive me?
Yes?
Well, thank you. And I'm going to move back closer to intern.
So after getting a little lost, you find yourself at the actual geometry, and I can't remember the crossroad you said now, so...
Neither can I.
I think it's trigonometry or something.
Yeah, sure. Geometry and trig. And you see there has been some sort of fortification built on this intersection. You cannot go any further in the hovercraft. You also see above this fortification, there are sentient meatballs who appear to be patrolling the area.
How many?
A couple dozen. Now, I'm going to give this to you because Dr. Getty is a reoccurring supervillain here in Agropolis City. He's known for his sentient meatballs. They are his minions.
Are they people or are they just giant meatballs that he made sentient?
That last one.
Okay, so hypothetically, if a meatball were to vanish, we're not committing murder.
It's sentient, though.
Fair point.
Does sentience equal consciousness, though? Can they think for themselves?
Listen, I only deliver coffee for the ethics committee. I'm not actually on the ethics committee.
Also, for Cody,
Yeah.
he may be a bare minimum intern, but he has to have a passion about something. He can't be bare minimum about everything in his life. What is he passionate about? Does he love books, movies,
He's
music?
passionate about snacks, apparently. As he's getting more and more super, he's getting more and more reckless, I think.
You see that the concession stand inside of the Frankfurt buffet has been overrun by these meatballs. Apparently they are on rotation, some are taking a break, and they are just attacking that buffet and making it so that no one else can enjoy the buffet.
Okay. He is going to recklessly spin the hovercraft and try and ram through the meatballs.
You know what? I'm not going to make you roll for this.
No, I need to roll. I need
okay.
to fail to get more intern.
You could also reveal a weakness.
This is more exciting.
Okay. You're going to risk going into megalomaniac territory?
Yes. If that happens, then I just roll up a new character, right?
No, you're another bad guy. We got to stop you.
That works too.
Because I'm just saying you'd have to roll a 6 to fail.
To clarify, because I may have missed this objective, this fortification, this like the building of Mr. Getty's, Dr. Getty, we must be respectful. Does he have a doctorate?
You don't know.
Oh, well, yeah,
we
okay.
should ask him.
Yeah.
Did he go to villain school for this?
I thought villain school closed down. Not important. Are we
How
trying
old
to
is
get...
Dr. Getty?
Best can guess, he's probably about Colonel Q's age.
How old is Colonel Q?
Early 60s.
Oh, so he definitely could have gone to villain school.
But we need to get past this fortification.
You know how in the military they have like sandbag fortifications that they put up, right? I'm going to equate them to like Lincoln logs, just in giant life-size form that he has built up to act as his own barrier as he's doing something inside.
Wait, are they like Twix bricks?
I was going to guess hot Lincoln logs.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Hot
Yeah.
hot Lincoln logs.
Yes.
You know what? I approve that one because the Twix would just be melting in the hot August sun.
So instead, there's just the ever-existing smell of pork? Question mark?
Mystery meat. So these meatball henchmen are attacking the Frankfurt buffet. Is Cody going to do anything about this?
If I do anything heroic, then I'm doing super things.
Right. You would need to do an intern thing to succeed.
Or reveal a weakness?
Hey, Cody, I have an idea to get us by, but I'm gonna need your help with it.
Sure.
I need you to help drive me to each of the guard outposts.
Can do.
I'm asking him for a help for a coffee run.
Okay, and this will be an intern thing.
I'm gonna stay here and stake out. You guys go do what you need to do. I rolled down the window because I don't actually know how cars really work. Remember, the Tesla just showed up and I sleep in the Tesla. It doesn't actually move anywhere. And so I roll down the manual window of this hovercraft and hop out, even though there is no top on it.
Maya leaves the vehicle and plummets 5 feet.
We're driving along.
As we reach each of the meatballs, Harold would like to briefly step out of the vehicle. All right, boss sent me around. We're doing an afternoon coffee run. What do you want? What do you mean? That's not in season. I would have to go to 3 different places for that one. Yeah, I can do that. How about you? What do you want? Anything? You sure? Don't change your mind later. All right, come on. Going to each of the meatballs and working our way past and through the fortification.
Oh, okay.
Getting coffee orders as we go.
We have subterfuged our way in.
I would love to roll intern for this.
Going to let you roll intern with advantage because you're using your descriptor. For Cody, because you're just driving the vehicle, I'm going to say that's not inherently heroic. So you can roll a die.
Yes, we will do that.
So what if these hot links are really close together, so you have to maneuver very specifically to get these orders?
And this thing is already a junker and is kind of hard to handle.
Is this the size of one of those gigantically wide Cadillacs from like the 70s and 80s?
It's a boat.
A hover
It's a
boat.
boat.
It's literally a boat.
It does not have the maneuverability of wheels to help your turn radius be tighter.
Like fan planes.
Go ahead and both of you roll.
Hey, I rolled underneath.
Yay!
I rolled under as well.
You were rolling for intern.
Oh, so I failed and then went.
You have
Zero-
to go to super.
Hey, I'm
no.
so super. Yeah.
Oh no, he's gone megalomaniac.
So as we're driving along, this is my opportunity. I've got the interns in here. There's no one left.
I did jump out of the car, not understanding what you were doing.
Oh, that's right.
Hey, Cody, we got a few more meatballs to get an order from.
No,
Cody?
I don't take orders anymore. I give them. Harold, we are going to start on a new campaign. This is our town now.
So you don't want your caramel frappuccino with extra sprinkles?
No. Oh, wait, yes. That's important.
This is me trying to offer you a weakness.
If I've already gone into
Technically, it's too late to
Yeah,
do that
gone.
once you've
I'm
gone
gone.
into.
No!
Super, yeah. Is
We've
it
lost him.
Cody's gonna lock down his laser eyes. I don't need it anymore, and he's gonna shoot the coffee out of your hand.
The coffee order!
I never liked you, Harold.
Betrayal.
You know, I had a feeling.
Get out of the car.
Harold's gonna get out of the hover car.
And he's gonna speed off. He's gonna try and take over the fortress on his own.
We're gonna have 3 different parties here.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no. Harold looking around up at the barricades with all of the meatballs looking down at him.
They all seem to be simultaneously vibrating as if they have lost their free will for the moment. And in unison, they all say, "Yes, master, we understand. Dive bomb for intruders."
Time to go.
And you watch as these meatballs start hurling themselves off from the top of these hot link walls and are trying to aim for you.
Are they aiming for Harold or are they aiming for Cody?
Both of you.
Cody has taken the hovercraft trying to dive straight in.
Are you trying to break the hot link walls?
Yeah, because I assume Harold is standing in kind of a stuporous state.
You pointed laser eyes at me. Of course I'm gonna get out of the vehicle.
For Cody, I'm going to say that he's just eventually going to be successful because you're not going to roll for this. So you will eventually make your way through the hot link walls just through brute forcing via the hovercraft. And Harold, I need you to run for your life.
That's very interny, right?
That's going to be interny.
We haven't blocked what the top speed of this trench coat is, but I think we're about to find out.
Oh, if you're going to fly away, it's still an intern, but it's with advantage.
For flavor description, I don't think Harold can fly up because everything from up is coming down.
If you could pinpoint a break in the formation.
So you're using your power to flee.
Correct.
Okay, so you're being a coward.
I am.
Awesome.
Like an intern.
No. Hey, that's a success.
Awesome. You are able to dodge out of the way of these dive bombing meatballs. You make your way to the top of these hotlink walls, and you can see the center is actually a wide open space. You might actually be able to fly your way over there because you see in the center Dr. Getty. He is wearing his bright blue lab coat. He has the goggles that make his eyes almost look bug-eyed. He has gloves that seem to be glowing as he has his hands outstretched and fingers splayed out as he seems to be directing pieces of metal that he is moving with telekinesis. And he is taking these metal pieces and arranging them together. It seems like he is trying to create some energy by putting these pieces in exact position for his machine that he has running on this ground. You also see a ray gun. And in big, bold pink letters, the side of the ray gun says, Sugarcoat Nismo.
Okay.
Hey, Harold, come get me, please.
Oh,
I'm still down here.
Hey, Myra. Yeah, no, come on.
I was staking out. Where's Cody?
Cody's a villain now.
I'll get you, Dr. Getty.
All right, so here, take my hands. Let's get up to the top of the wall, and then we'll figure out what to do from there.
As we get to the top wall, I'm going to be like, so hear me out.
Okay.
What if we just let Cody and Dr. Getty just duke it out?
This is a very different turn of events.
I'm assuming that the meatballs are still a problem.
Yeah, they are.
We don't have our tech savant anymore, so we can't reprogram
He's
the
gone
meatballs.
rogue.
He's gone rogue, so we can't reprogram the meatballs. So what I'm going to do is be like, I may have a way to get Cody back, but we might want to clear the way for him so he can just go slaughter Dr. Getty or whatever we do. I don't even know what the superheroes do. Do we save? Do we put them in jail? Do we kill them?
I thought we saved. That's what a hero is supposed to be defined as.
But what do we do with the villains? Do we kill them? Do we put them in jail?
Clearly not. Dr. Getty has been around for ages. He's been caught several times.
He's usually doing some sort of villainous activity at least once a week.
Hero's got to stay in business somehow.
How many pending trials does Dr. Getty have on the books?
He has very, very good lawyers.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay, I would like to do something interny.
Okay.
I am going to pull up a long forgotten drafted email from my phone. And I'm going to look at it. I'm going to sigh. And then go into the SPI database where there's an option to email at everyone.
You're going to be one of those people. Okay.
Yep. It says, new food truck, 3 blocks away from Chirigan Geometry. I'm going to hope that Dr. Getty was similar to Cody, where he was a superhero but became megalomaniac, and that his email is somewhere in this list.
Wait, hang on.
Because if this email can get to Dr. Getty, it might be able to get to the meatballs as well, and the meatballs, food trucks.
I half thought you were hoping it would go to Cody's email and Cody would go, I'll get you, Dr. Getty. Ooh, a food truck.
It could also do that too.
Possible.
So, several things are going to happen here.
Yes.
Because Cord actually unlocked a part of Dr. Getty's backstory.
What? I did?
Well, we don't know yet.
As you send out this mass email, you get some immediate responses from people with away messages saying, sorry, I couldn't get to your email right now. I'm at the super seminar.
Sorry, I can't get to your email right now. I'm a supervillain.
I'm going to get so many red receipts for like years.
Yes, you are.
I had a coworker who accidentally replied to everybody, and to this day, she still gets red receipts.
Yeah, no, it's a thing that will like get people yelled at. Oh, it's bad.
It did deal with food trucks, which is where I got the idea.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of automatic away message emails, especially from the supers who aren't available.
This is an intern power I never wanted to use. I hoped I'd never have to use it.
Sorry, I need you to roll.
For intern, right? Is this considered team leadery?
Team lead announcing the food truck to the rest of the group.
Sure.
I got it too.
You did it!
I did it!
You succeed. All right,
Oh my
move on
gosh.
into intern. As you send out this email and you get all these automatic responses, you hear a couple of dings coming from the center of the fortifications. Cody, you notice that your phone has a notification for an email saying that there's a food truck 3 blocks away from your current location. But you also hear a ding coming from the vicinity of Dr. Getty. You see as he pulls out his phone and looks at it and says, didn't realize I was still on the distribution list.
That's important, but this is more important now.
Oh no, Cody doesn't have a weakness for food trucks.
Not the megalomaniac version, no.
He never got paid. He's like, screw this, I'm ready to go.
I was really hoping for he wasn't a villain, he was just hungry.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Snickers. Please sponsor us. Dr. Getty looks at his phone and is very confused for a moment and says, I thought they would have stricken my name from the records by now. Oh, well, back to my plan to turn the moon into ice cream.
What?
No, hang on, let's hear him out.
Okay.
All right, so Dr. Getty continues to use his telekinesis to generate this energy to help power up his sugarcoat and Ismo. You see as this Ismo is starting to glow with pink radiating power. You hear Dr. Getty say, yes! Yes, it is almost complete!
Can I attempt to fly in? Harold is attempting to be heroic, but I would like to roll for comic relief as he flies in and goes, stop that, Dr. Getty! And misses the landing and face plants all the way across in front of Getty, perhaps in between Getty and Cody.
I will let you decide if you want to roll with advantage or not, because you are flying, using your flight ability, and as well as trying to be the comic relief.
Why not? I was sent to go be a super. I'll try and be a super. It's fine. I failed.
Okay, so you do faceplant into the hot link walls. You do get knocked unconscious for maybe like 20 seconds.
Oh, nuts.
Dr. Getty looks at your body and goes, when did they employ incompetent heroes like him?
Oh, come on!
I don't know what Colonel is doing in SPI headquarters, but I will have my revenge!
What's Cody doing?
He is going to use his laser eyes to try and stun Dr. Getty and then hit him with the car.
And then just hit him with a car.
Because we're not doing the two different stats right now, but you are still using your laser eyes, I'll let you roll the 2d6.
Okay.
It's going to be contested.
And so whoever rolls the lowest dice number, right?
Yes, we're going to go that way.
2 is my lowest.
Well, my lowest is a 1.
Oh, no.
He uses his telekinesis to take hold of your laser eye goggles, and because you're still attached to them, going to move it aside so you end up face planting against one of the hot link walls.
So he like throws Cody out of the vehicle.
Yeah, Cody is now out of the vehicle.
Okay.
And the hovercraft just sputters to a stop and then crashes to the ground. Myra, what are you doing?
I am going to hop down the wall, watch their battle. And as I'm
Between
watching...
Cody and Dr. Getty.
Yes,
Okay.
between Cody and Dr. Yeti. Getty. Sorry, not Yeti. Dr. Getty.
Dr. Yeti
He's
is
an abominable
elsewhere.
snowman now.
Yep. I'm going to watch the chaos happen.
As a team lead does.
As team leads do. You just kind of have to watch the world burn sometimes. And as this is happening, I have a flashback of our first weekend getaway retreat, but it wasn't actually a getaway. It was, we're all going to sleep in the gymnasium, like a sleepover thing, and it was really annoying because the air conditioner was out.
This would have been like 4 or 5 weeks ago, so it would have been middle of July.
Yeah, it was pretty awful. She's going to remember that before they announced bedtime, where we all rolled out our sleeping bags.
Because you know this is high school.
Yep. Budget cuts. I mean, she's going to remember Cody and Harold were doing some sort of like balance beam thing. Harold would get halfway and then fall, but Cody would almost get all the way and fall. Not really understanding the point of this, because like, what does this have to do with us being interns, but whatever. She is going to remember just saying, Harold, Cody, you've got this. I'll help you along. And she got a stick, and so they just held on to it, and they just basically cheated their way over.
Change the parameters.
Yeah.
As superheroes do.
I am also going to hold my wand close to me and just look up to the moon, almost as in prayer. I'm going to wait to see what Dr. Getty does.
Okay. Harold, you wake up from your brief lapse of consciousness
To a car almost hitting
unconsciousness.
you.
I will see you and raise you a flashback that wakes Harold back up. Harold remembering at orientation before he met Cody or Myra, all of the new interns sitting in a circle. All 5 of them. I don't know what happened to the others. I think they're probably at the summit. They still made me go get their coffee that day.
So you were the most interny of the interns.
Probably. But there was a sentence that we repeated because it was supposed to be inspiring. Harold repeats it in his head unconsciously. I'm an intern, but I am an intern for heroes. So that makes me heroic. That doesn't make any sense, and Harold comes to. and I would like to use that team building exercise to add a point into hero.
I will allow that, yes. All right. So Dr. Getty is seemingly unperturbed by this coup that Cody is attempting and just thinks that Harold is down and out for the count. Doesn't even notice Myra in the background as he is gathering this energy for his sugarcoat and Ismo. My goodness, a mouthful. Why'd I do that? I just wanted to be like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, but without the innator. Thanks. He is going to say, yes, it has been powered up. And he is going to grab hold of this ray gun that he has created that changes objects into edible confectionaries. He's also going to pull out a pocket watch, click it open, and then speak into it. Meatball henchman, come to me.
So is this a handheld ray gun?
Yes. Through the use of the hypnosis of his pocket watch, he has ordered the meatball henchmen to arrange themselves to act as a support that he can then place the sugarcoatismo on top of so that he can aim it just right towards where you can see the moon rising into the sky as it is very, very early evening. Yes, for the first time in 35 years, one of my schemes will be successful and there will be no superheroes to stop me. You hear that, Barb? I finally won!
Can Harold come over and lean on the tower of Meatball Men, looking up at the angle, and just kind of casually say, I think your angle's off.
Ah! So go ahead and roll to see if you're successful.
Am I rolling 1?
Yes, you're only going to roll 1, and I'm going to say this is more intern, unless you are doing something flavor-wise to make it more heroic.
I would like to propose that he gets to add his comedic relief roll.
I will allow this.
Excellent. I wanted to involve that in at least one roll tonight. Hey, I did it.
Yes.
Awesome. So you move 1 into intern, and you successfully slide the meatballs until they actually topple over. And Dr. Giddy says, no! My sugarcoatismo!
Thinking that the ray gun is going to go off because he's reaching for the ray gun. Mm-hmm. She had the wand to her heart and looking up at the moon almost in prayer, she says, this is why I am here. I, Stella Luna, Tatiana, Celeste, Moon Goddess Smith, am here to save the world. And points it, and she's gonna try and banish the moon so it can never turn into ice cream. I'm gonna do a full-on Piccolo here.
No!
Because, it's much better for the moon to just disappear than for it to turn into ice cream.
You can't win.
Boss, we did it. The moon is not ice cream. We managed to stop the plot. Great. Where's the moon? We don't know.
I feel like this shouldn't be a super roll, but it's probably going to be a super, so Go ahead and roll with advantage.
I succeed with a 1.
Okay. You wave your wand at the moon, and you watch as it does that same gravitational expand and then contract until it bloops out of existence. Meanwhile, in the alternate dimension... Has this place always had 2 moons?
I don't remember there being 2 moons.
Wait, that also looks very familiar. Like, I remember those series of craters back in our dimension. For all intents and purposes, you have foiled Dr. Getty. Curses foiled again by the Spy Institute. And yes, I know the I stands for Institute, but I don't care.
I love him.
I was once an intern like you all. And then Barb took the credit for everything. And I was never going to make it. So I had to leave and make my own name. For I am S. Paul Getty.
Oh my gosh.
Spaghetti.
I figured it was spaghetti from the beginning. But I gotta say, the first word my brain went to when I heard Dr. Getty was Serengeti.
Ah.
And I went, that's not right.
Cody, are you doing anything?
He pulls himself up out of the ground and kind of.
Oh, I'm also going to try and rip the laser eyes off of you.
Okay.
I think that you were probably able to do that before Cody was able to pick himself up, but kind of shakes things off and sees Dr. Getty dismaying. I too was once an intern. Seems like you might need help next time.
Are you volunteering to be my intern? My assistant?
Assistant? Yeah.
I will pay you.
There we go.
But it will only be payment in meatballs.
I mean, that's fine.
We've got a deal. He puts
shake
out
on
his
it.
hand.
Yep.
And then as you grab his hand for the shake, he actually clutches onto your arm pretty fiercely. And you notice that he actually has activated a jetpack that was hidden on his back. And he flies away with you to come back to terrorize the city another day. But he's left his sugar coatismo behind.
I wanted to ask about his intern experience.
Well, clearly it didn't go well if he ended up as a villain.
Mine is not going well.
Harold, you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you? That almost sounded sincere.
I am always sincere.
That's why I can't tell.
Harold, let's get you a cup of coffee. My treat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like that. Do we need to take this gun thing back to Spy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna grab it and be like, I wonder what this button does. And I'm gonna aim it at a random passerby.
Oh, gosh.
I thought you were going to say aim it at the ground.
Aim it at the earth.
The entire world becomes broccoli.
No!
Okay, I need you to actually roll a d6.
Okay. 5.
You do not find the reverse button, and so it's still on the active mode, and it was powered up to turn the moon into ice cream. So you aim it at a person.
Mhm.
The person has been turned into ice cream.
And I'm the villain. She just got rid of the moon and turned somebody into ice cream.
We stopped him.
The
You
person
know-
walks by, looks at us. Man, sure is hot out here, right?
Oh,
Dripping
no.
cream now.
Yeah, let's go get that coffee.
What about the?
It's
but,
fine. It's fine.
But I would. It's
We'll give it to the R&D group and ethics, and they're in charge of doing all the press releases and stuff. It's fine.
You might want to see if Frankfurt Buffet has a walk-in freezer.
Ooh, they have coffee.
yeah. Let's go to Frankfurt.
Okay, let's go. And we walk into Frankfurt.
And as the sun sets on another day in Agropolis City, tales will be told of Dr. Getty and his nefarious scheme to try to turn the moon into ice cream and how it ultimately failed. But man, it was so weird not having a moon for a week and the crazy things it did to the environment.
Yeah, not having a moon is really bad.
Tides don't work.
Right.
The Earth will literally
Currents don't work.
The Earth will literally shake itself apart.
Is
Okay,
real
the
bad.
moon
bad.
was gone for maybe like an hour.
Heroes are pretty cool that way.
Yep.
The day just gets logged as another normal day in Agropolis City. And those of you who come back to SPI, willing to be interns, Colonel Q's first name Barb, middle name E, decides to make you paid interns. Congratulations, you've been promoted.
Yay.
Hey.
Meanwhile, Cody, you become the best assistant Dr. Getty could have ever asked for, even though his schemes will continue to fail.
We workshopped it.
What is your villain assistant name? I gotta know. Meyer Nera?
Oh my gosh.
Spaghetti and Meyer Nera?
Nera. Yeah, I like
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So many power tokens should have been divvied out this episode.
Hey guys, that's it. That's the story.
Yay! Good job, Ashlyn. It's your
Thanks.
first time.
Yay.
Great
well,
job.
first time on the
Full
podcast. But yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed that. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Power Word Crit. We greatly appreciate all your support. If you enjoyed the episode, please tell your friends and your family about us. That's the best way to help us grow. You can follow us at Power Word Crit on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Tumblr, and X, the website formerly known as Twitter. Or if you want, you can send us an email at powerwordcrit@gmail.com. And check out our website, powerwordcrit.com, for character art and bios. Are we the M&M team?
No,
M&Ms.
MMM.
You're the
Mm.
team.
Team.
Ah.
I love it.
And then bop.
Oh, no, we're-
Bop.
We're the tasty sounding team.
I mean, it's perfect for Agropolis City. If you did not catch that.
I did.
Apparently, I was
Have-
hungry last night.